dinner now, so get ready.
W right there.
So it
Oh
sounds like it's
man.
a pretty
Yeah,
solid
we
Raw.
appreciate all you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, and it was a great Raw. Like it was, I kind of took a break from wrestling for a little bit, but I started getting into it again this like Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and
Again, table. There will possibly be a table there that might or might not have something to do with the match. Come out and see us. Want to say thank you again to everybody in the chat. Thank you to the boys for being here tonight. I want to say thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for being here. With these guys every time.
We're there.
Okay.
has to be this man chilling in the ring with two torn freaking quads. And just still yelling at it, you're fired, pretty much. Like, just getting there, like, dogging on everybody, not even able to stand. Like,
That's
right
not
there.
Raw.
Well,
That was Royal Rumble.
but,
Still, though, that moment when he slides in and goes to stand up and just sits down against the Raw stuff. So you had a B plus on Raw, B minus on SmackDown, had a B plus and a B. You want to know what show got an absolute S plus in my opinion?
SCP, that's the one.
That's right. Squared Circle Pros Tornado Slam. What a show. From start to finish. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We had.
Before we get into it, there's been a little controversy, I'll come to find out, so I'm going to have to address it real quick. Apparently, last week I said some things about our new WWE, the United States champion Logan Paul that upset some people. So I'm going to set the record straight. Logan Paul as a guy, not a fan. As a wrestler, I can honestly say, and I've said it before, he hasn't had a match yet that hasn't been just an absolute banger. So as a wrestler, I've got respect for the guy. Like, I don't understand. He's got all this stuff going on, and I don't understand all these people that just run out and try to support everything he does. And, they try to get their prime drinks all the time. And, oh, that's good.
You're okay. I don't know if he's watching live, but I spoke with Scar a little earlier today, and I know he's going to be watching the podcast a little later on. He's doing a little training right now. But there you heard it, Scar. He said he's going to break out of it. Like live on the podcast. He said he can break out of your podcast, or break out of your bear hug. So when you see it,
clip it.
when you see this, now you know what he looks like.
the chat, we have the official tagline for Tornado Slam. So y'all use that information. Go get you a ticket.
It'll be out on our socials. It's on Squared Circle Pros socials as well.
We will be there.
We will be there.
We will be there.
We will be there. You're going to be in Florida with doing Mickey Mouse stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm curious because.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. We are about to start our week-long run-up to Squared Circle Pro Birthaversary, and I'm going to tell you what, it has already been a weekend. We were live at BCW Live to Rise, and what a show that was. We're going to talk about that as well. Having a little bit of technical difficulties, things getting crazy out there. Of course, I am your host. I am the tutorial boss, Guapo. With me right now also is the guy. Say what's up, guy.
What's up, guy?
Man, what what a night it was, right? BCW Live to Rise. What a show.
Yes. effing awesome show.
It was that, and your boy got his first taste of what it's like to be a GM at a professional wrestling show, and it was wild. Let me tell you, there was a bonus to the night, of course. My favorite part of the night did end up having to help one Chris Watson out of the ring a couple of times forcibly, which I didn't mind at all. That was a lot of fun.
Does that
There
work
we
for you?
go. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, yeah, I can't get my for whatever reason, my camera is not letting me do the virtual cam on OBS right now. So I'm just sharing my screen with you, so you get to see me that way.
Sweet. Well, before we get started, got a very special announcement to make. Of course, want to say what's up to Rick over there in the chat. But speaking of Rick, happy birthday, Rick.
Happy birthday,
Today
Rick!
is the big man's birthday. It's got to feel great to be 21 for how many years now?
Oh, like 150, something like that.
We got Mikey in the chat as well. And I've still got to throw it out there that if you were not at BCW Live to Rise, like, I don't know, Mikey,
Right?
you missed a hell of a show.
God
It
damn.
was really, really good. So let's kind of break it down. Let's talk about it just a little bit. Of course, we're not going to give away everything because we do have a video coming out in the very near future. Rick over in the chat says he's all of 53 years and feels every year of it. You don't look a day over 25, man.
You said 21 earlier, so
I know we're going with 21, but he don't look at. See, he's got to look older than 21. They're going to card him all the time. It's a pain in the ass.
That's true.
So let's break this down a little bit. So we had Lilith Blood come out at the beginning of the show and offer the rated E for everyone open challenge, and got a little more than we were expecting there because, you know, we were of course expecting somebody to answer, and the first person to come out was the not so friendly neighborhood Vato, Emilio Guzman, and he had a few things to say that upset a few people.
Yeah.
Apparently, he didn't think Lilith needed to be in the ring. He had ideas more of a culinary nature.
Something about sandwiches. I don't know.
Something about making sandwiches for people. I don't know. It was a whole thing.
Tacos and burritos.
He didn't get a chance to say a whole lot though before the certified go-getter Draven Reeves cut him off. Came out and told him how long has he been out there. He's had his chance. He needs to step back. Right after that, we get none other than Mac the franchise come out and tell both of them, I don't know what y'all are doing, but this is mine to accept. This is going to be me. So being a good GM, trying to take the lead from Mikey, I went out and I asked the crowd, do you want to see this guy? Do you want to see this guy? Do you want to see this guy? Lilith Blood takes the mic and says, I'll fight them all. So that's exactly what we did. We set up a fatal four-way, and it was awesome.
Yes. Very much so. We're not going to talk too much about it, right?
We're not going to talk too much.
Okay. Now, I guess we'll speak more of it next Thursday since it's Birthaversary week. So
it is.
Yeah. No, I had a fantastic time. I don't really even know what to say. Watching Lilith kick some ass in the ring was definitely fantastic.
It was. She wanted an opportunity to show that she still got this, and I'm gonna tell you what, she still got this. It was a sight. It really was. There was some carnage. We'll leave it at that one at that for now.
Yes.
We don't want to give too much away.
Yes.
Had an absolute just brutal grudge match with Jason Zane and Nathan Briggs, former partners, former champions, and it appears former friends. Like there was no friendship in this match.
Mm-mm. No, balls to the wall, throwing each other around. There was a bunch of dancing in and out of the ring, if that's what you want to call it.
There was a bit of that. That's true. Before we go any further, got to say what's up to J-Reb. J-Reb just subscribed for the 15th straight month. J-Reb, you are the man. Thank you so much.
He's been here since the start. It's 15
He
months,
has
man.
indeed.
I'll admit I have not been able to subscribe with my Prime recently because I lost my Amazon Prime subscription. So, yeah.
Now, some of you right now are wondering, what is he talking about? Well, I will just go ahead and throw it out there. Little life hack for you. If you want to subscribe to the podcast, if you're listening, think, man, I wish his name is John to the podcast, and you have Amazon Prime, you can click subscribe, and right underneath all the different levels, there's a little slider that says use Amazon Prime, and that will let you subscribe absolutely free. So if you haven't done that, be like J-Reb. Go out there and hit that subscribe.
And it gets rid of all them pesky ads that you happen to see. We do have to run them so that we don't do pre-roll ads. So when people new come in, they don't see those ads to start off with. So we do have to run them every 30 minutes as a part of a Twitch thing. So
It's all the fun.
yes.
One thing I am going to talk about. I've been talking about for a long time how Sed and I need to have a conversation. Big Sed, Concrete Gorilla. Yeah, he didn't show up. He was skirt.
Chicken.
His name is the guy. He lives at no.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that. We had no Big Sed. Instead, I'm sitting in the ring. I'm calling out Big Sed. I did my part. I'm standing in the center of the ring. I'm ready to have this conversation. But no, Big Sed don't come out because Big Sed didn't show up. Instead, I get Chris Watson
With a certain ticket, might I add.
His name is John C.
That's true. That's true. So this is what happens. Chris Watson comes out and he wants to fight me. And I'm like, no. Dude, you're not Big Sed. I came out here to talk to Big Sed and you're not Big Sed. You're not even medium-sized Sed. You're like medium Sed.
This medium said.
That's the hashtag for the night, by the way, is hashtag medium Sed.
Oh, speaking of, let me do a shameless plug here.
So we Chris and I have a conversation, and I don't know what's up with this guy. Like, he wants to fight. And so the man, I am a giver. That's what I do. I'm known for my giving. And the man asked me to get him out of the ring. I told him he needed to get out of the ring. I'm trying to do some business with Big Sed. And he said, why don't you get me out of the ring? Who am I to deny that man something he asked for?
Ooh.
So I assisted him a little forcefully out of the ring. Needless to say, I did not get to have my conversation with Big Sed, but that's okay because next show, November 9th, Draw the Line, it will be in the middle of the ring, Chris Watson and his buddy Sed. And Pete Martin, through a video that was shown, I showed that I have friends also. You know, I have friends that are good at this game too, like, I don't know, Brandon Groom. So it will be Brandon Groom in the middle of the ring. It will be my team versus their team. It's going down in November, and I can't wait. And I hope Chris Watson gets, you know, a foot right in his face. But
I will be recording it. Just saying.
it's gonna be something. I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of people that didn't show up, Logan Knight, our BCW Texas champion, not there. Didn't show up. Sent a message for Damo McCullough, the person he was supposed to be going against, saying, you know what? I am too busy defending this belt everywhere but Texas. Damo was not happy about this. No, he was not. And there just so happened to be a guy at ringside that said he deserved a championship match, that he wanted a championship match right now. So again, I'm a giver. I gave him exactly what he wanted. So we got Chris Watson versus Damo McCullough. And to say that Damo McCullough won is an understatement.
Well, I mean, but to be fair, Chris wasn't prepared. he
He was in the ring saying, "Give me a match."
That's true. He was also in cowboy boots or whatever boots he had on there, and blue jeans. So like, and threw his shirt outside the ring. So I don't feel like he was prepared for that match.
So I'm going to throw this out there just because I don't know if the cameras caught it. The Country Devil, of course, was out there, representing Logan Knight, and after Watson threw his shirt, the Country Devil went and got it, and apparently he had gotten something on the back side of his pants, and he used his shirt to wipe that off, and threw it in a chair.
I don't think we caught that actually, because I would have laughed my ass off about it. I'll have to recheck and see, but I don't think I got that.
No, it was funny. I laughed pretty hard at it. I laughed a little harder whenever Damo took Chris Watson's head off with a lariat to win the match.
Yes.
So
that was fantastic.
After that was done, I thought to myself, as GM, what would Mikey do in this situation? Logan didn't show up. Damo was supposed to get a title match. What do we do in this situation? So I channeled my inner Mikey, and I let everybody know that next show, Draw the Line, November 9th, TMW Event Center, it will be Logan Knight, and it will be Damo McCullough, and it will be for the BCW Texas title. If Logan Knight doesn't show up, he will be stripped of the title. And just to make things right, I told Damo McCullough that he could choose the stipulation. I don't think anybody was surprised when he called it a bull rope match.
I was not surprised, but I was a little bit, because we haven't really seen Damo use his rope and cowbell ever. Like, he throws it in the ring, or he gets in the ring with it, but then he throws it out, weapon and all that.
Right.
I wonder if, because Logan's video looked like it was in a field when he mentioned he wasn't going to be there, I wonder if that like had any implications for that.
Might. It
or
might have.
or what, I don't know the right word there, for his bull rope match, or him deciding it was a bull rope match, or maybe it was just a cowbell.
A little bit of influence, is that the word you're looking for?
Influence, there you go. Yeah. Motivation.
I do words.
That's a good word.
It's that day, all right? It's Monday.
Dude, it is a Monday. Yes.
But that's okay, because the only way I enjoy finishing off a Monday is right here on the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling podcast with you and all these wonderful people in our chat.
Yes.
So we're going to have this match. Somebody needs to check on the Country Devil, because he had a full-on conniption fit when Damo said it was going to be a bull rope match.
Thought he was gonna like throw some stuff or tear down the entrance as he walked through it.
Well, he threw his hat down, which says something there, because he's real picky about his hat. Threw his hat down, almost threw his phone down. I thought he was fixing to shatter his phone. Thought he was going to have to call some kind of a phone repair place.
Oh, Mikey saying he called me today threatening legal action. Retro.
Legal act. See, already, I'm GM for one night, and Chris Watson said, he was going to call Witt because he got hit. What's that all about? Going to sue me for that. And now there's legal action because we got a bull rope. You know what? Bring it on. I ain't scared.
Hey, but the good news is you didn't touch Ced, and Ced didn't touch you, so you don't have to pay that fine.
No fines. Ced didn't touch me. Because he didn't show up, because he knows. He knows. He sat at home. This is what happened. Big Ced sat at home and said, okay, time to go to Levelland, Texas, because I got to have a conversation with Guapo. Wait a minute. Do I really want to get in the ring with Guapo? Of course I don't. That's what happened. I'm throwing it out there into the world. That's the way that went down.
And it's because he saw what happened to Scar and Buddy. Buddy put Scar out for months on end. We haven't seen his return yet. So
that's right. He got into one match with my son. He's been gone ever since.
Don't want to see. Don't want to see what the big dog does.
Rick throwing it out there. We ought to handcuff the devil to the bottom rope to keep him from interfering. You know,
I agree.
I mean, don't get ideas, man.
I agree.
But no, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna tell you one that I really enjoyed that I was just so impressed with, and that was the astonishing one, Atticus Wild. Of course, one half of the BCW Old School Tag Team Champions in Nefarious. Him going up against the Hippocratic Nightmare Marcus MD. I thought that was probably one of the best matches of the night. Like, these guys put on a clinic.
Yes. Thank you for the follow. Got no undies.
I'm concerned, but at the same time intrigued. That's,
Very.
but got no undies. Thanks for the follow. We appreciate you. Glad you could be here tonight. Marcus MD has he's been on one for a little while. He's been having a few problems, but man, watching him in the ring is, if you haven't seen this man wrestle, when we put this video out, you need to watch this match. He took Atticus Wild to the limits in this match.
Yeah, well, I feel like Atticus is more like a cheerleader than anything else. You know, he's got the pom poms and the megaphone. That is what that is called, right?
It is a megaphone. That's correct.
Okay, I was making sure I wasn't misspeaking there.
We also got the opportunity to see two new guys, which is kind of cool because we've got two of the shining stars in East Texas making their way to West Texas, trying to make a mark out here, and that would be Mata Mendez and Jason DeCash.
No. Do it
I'm
right.
singing it. I'm
do it right. You gotta do it
I don't
right.
care what that man told Joel. I'm not singing it. He's the real $1 million baby. That's as singy as you get. Again, if you wonder what I'm talking about, the video will be out soon, and you need to watch that. Mikey's saying that he's not a cheerleader. He's a delusional director. I mean that too. But no, that was the match between Mata and Jason DeCash. It was really good. We got a chance to see some of what they do over in East Texas, and you know, I'm still repping West Texas. I don't think they were quite ready for how we do things in West Texas. So came off more like 50-cent toddler to me. Mikey's saying we're getting an echo. We'll let the guy work on that for just a second. I was really, really happy with everything that happened in this show. And of course, we had our main event, a triple threat match for the BCW Heavyweight Championship. And wow, that's about all I don't want to give anything away. I want you guys to watch the video because this was by far match of the night. No question about it. The Living Proof, Justin Taylor. You had the American Tragedy, Phoenix. You had Jeb Bingham. Three of the best to do it out here in the ring at the same time. Rick saying in the chat the echo stopped for him.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
But now I can't hear you.
Well, bonkers.
See, that just tells me that the echo was on his side and I didn't mess nothing up. Go me. Yay.
How about now?
It's just me that can't hear you. They can hear you.
Yeah, it's
Oh, now I can hear you. Yes. Mikey said they can. So chat, let me know. Can you still hear the guy? Because that seems to be the question at hand. While we're discussing that,
how about now?
Yes, Rick says now I can hear the guy, or now I can't hear the guy.
You not him. Okay, so that now everybody should. My microphone is messed up. I apologize. It's a little wonky. Like a gust of wind will cause it the I guess it's the power. It'll cause it to vibrate a little bit, and then it messes up, which messes up my NVIDIA broadcast, and it stops working altogether. So
Well, it's working now, so that's definitely a plus.
support the channel.
All in all, I'm going to tell you, this show was an absolute A for me. I loved every minute of it. I appreciate the opportunity that I got to do the whole GM thing. The matches were on point. The crowd was on point. We had a big crowd too.
Yes,
need to-
BCW.
J-Reb says I need to give you a raise to get a new mic.
I agree.
We'll have to see what we can make of it. One thing that I haven't talked about that we got to do, we got to introduce the new voice of BCW, Joel Montoya, our new ring announcer. What a job he did.
Dude.
Absolutely spot on.
Yes, queen.
This
yeah.
guy.
He definitely is gonna make you step up your game at SCP. That's all I'm saying.
That's absolutely right. Like I'm gonna have to level up a little bit at SCP this Saturday night. Since we're talking about Squared Circle Pro this Saturday night, let's get into that.
Hell yeah.
Squared Circle Pro Saturday night, Jake's Backroom Birthaversary. And I'll tell you now, one of the things I am most excited, I'm always excited to go to Squared Circle Pro show, but we get the opportunity as fans to meet and greet with absolute legends.
Oh, it's Joel's in the chat.
Okay, what's up, Joel? glad you could make it in. Screw Watson. Amen. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I don't want to touch. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. What you talking about?
I wouldn't touch him with pieces of your anatomy, because that's the only way I can say that without getting in trouble.
I believe family show. Yeah.
But
Rick
as I
saying
said,
4:30 meet and greet.
Right, 4:30 on Saturday, you get the opportunity to meet and greet with absolute legends. We're talking Axe from Demolition and the Warlord. They are going to be there live. You can go in, you can get autographs. I believe it's, and Rick can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe it's $25 for each, or $40 for both.
No. He said it was $50 for everything in total. So I think it's was 10 at the 10. It's not 10 at the door. It's 10 at the door if you show up, like, for not the meet and greet. There it is. $10 tickets, 25 per legend, or 40 for both. Thought he said 50. That's my bad.
That's what I said.
Oh, good job.
Thank you. Hey.
You listen. I don't, apparently.
But this is a chance, like, stop and think about this for a second. Where else are you going to get the chance to meet legends like this? And for $10 plus the $10 at the door plus the cost for the meet and greet, you can't get better than that. 40 plus 10 is 50. Yes. Yeah. See, I'm going to say they're talking to you because I had this right the first time. So they're talking to you.
Yeah. Moving on.
Definitely take advantage of this opportunity to get in, meet and greet with Demolition Axe and the Warlord. You'll be glad that you did. They're going to sign autographs, tell stories. I mean, it's going to be an awesome experience. You may ask yourself, as awesome as it is to have Demolition Axe and the Warlord there, what brings them to Lubbock, Texas? Mikey says, get Guapo a ref shirt. He knows numbers. No. I can't ref. I can't do it. I can't pull off the in-ring slide as good as Jarrett can, so I'm just gonna leave that to him. I'm just saying that was good stuff. But back to it. What's got them making their way to Lubbock, Texas? Well, we have the finals of the West Texas Tag Team Tournament. We're crowning new West Texas Tag Team champions, new belts in the whole nine, and Demolition Axe and the Warlord will be presenting those belts to the winners. You've got our boys, Downfall Cathedral, which is I'm looking forward to. Always a good time when they're in the building. And they're going up against Los Crudos. The winner of that match going to be your new Squared Circle Pro West Texas Tag Team Champions. We're of course pulling for Downfall Cathedral. I mean, let me not hide it. That's what
I
we're
mean,
going for Downfall Cathedral.
we could be going for Los Crudos if they came on the show, you know?
See, here's my problem with going for Los Crudos. They set the tequila bottle on my table, my ringside table. And I'm thinking, okay, I can protect this, a little for myself. Here's water.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is a
They got
bar,
all the-
but
yeah,
I don't think they can have alcohol in the ring, right? It's like
I have no doubt in my mind that the sauce drank all the tequila and didn't want Baracho to know it. So he said, "Hey, look, we still got some."
I mean, they're not Steve Austin. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, because if they did the whole thing, what a man. All joking aside, this match is going to be insanity. Downfall Cathedral, they've been saying all along that they're not here to win a match. They're here to win the whole damn thing. And here they are in the finals, sticking to that word. Los Crudos, as much trash as I talk, they have proven themselves time and time and time again. They're there for a reason. They're one of the best tag teams in Squared Circle Pro, and they get the opportunity to prove that against a very strong Downfall Cathedral team. I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be great. And regardless of who wins, we get to see Demolition Axe and the Warlord present these new belts.
Hell yeah. Super excited about that. They took 2 buys. They skated through this tournament. Oh, so they didn't really do much.
Well, I mean, they won a match to get in. I mean, they had to win a match to go.
One match? Yeah.
They did find themselves. And here's, you may wonder why we go for Downfall Cathedral. Not just because they've been on the show numerous times, but when you stop and look at it, Los Crudos won their first match, and then due to things happening, people not being able to show up, that's absolutely right in the fact that they got buys for the other 2 rounds and made their way to the finals. The same thing honestly happened for Downfall Cathedral, but they were absolutely refused to take a bye. They told Rick, "We're coming, find us somebody to fight. If they beat us, they can move on in the tournament, but we're fighting somebody."
Right.
So all the respect in the world for that.
Hell yeah. Crudos won the 4-way to get in and then beat Art of Royalty by dirty means to get to the finals.
This is going to be one I can't tell. Don't miss this. Be there. You need to see this. This is going to be good. We also have a Gauntlet of the Damned. So at our last Square Circle Pro show, Gallery of the Damned trying to get Bobby Munoz to join them. Bobby Munoz is like, "Go away. I got nothing for you. Take a hike." They came back and jumped him 5-on-1 and carried him to the back. Bobby Munoz, of course, not happy about this. The Bronx in his heart came all the way out. And so he is in a Gauntlet of the Damned match. He's going to go 1-on-5. As he beats one, another one comes out. It's going to be a hell of a challenge for Bobby Munoz.
Extremely hard, like 5 versus 1. How fair do we think they're going to play?
Not only how fair are they going to play, but I saw a promo that got put out, I believe yesterday or today. I'm not sure which. I saw it today. Of Lucas Scratch. He, of course, the head of the Gallery of the Damned, the curator, if you will. And he said in that he's shuffled some people around, took a few people out, put a few people in. So I'm interested to see what the Gallery of the Damned is going to look at. Mikey's saying the same thing or excuse me, Rick saying the same thing. Word has it we may see new gallery members. Mikey's saying gallery has some stroke. This is the second opportunity to do something as a whole. It is really. They are definitely making a mark in Squared Circle Pro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Rick
I am-
continuously going to be dropping us more hints this week. I can see.
I would think so, yes.
Hell yeah.
I will tell you this though. In having seen him wrestle since he came back from his 2-year hiatus, and going back and watching some of the matches before he went on hiatus, that's kind of my gimmick.
Yeah.
After watching Bobby Munoz, formerly known as Bobby Venom, I wouldn't count him out in this one. Not even a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And what happens if Bobby becomes the new member?
I hadn't even thought about that yet.
Yeah.
That's valid thoughts, man. That's valid thoughts.
What if he can't
What
win and he
would
says,
happen?
all right, that's fine. You guys win. I'll join you.
I hadn't even given that thought. See, you got my gears going now.
There
Wait
you
a
go.
minute.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see how that one turns out. Can Bobby make it through all 5 of them? Will the Gallery of the Damned win? Will Bobby Munoz decide, you know what? If you can't beat him, join him?
I don't know. I don't really like 5 guys, so.
Got jokes.
I do got jokes. Laughing a little
Well,
too
I'll
hard
tell
at
you
my
one
own
person
jokes.
I'll tell you one person that doesn't have jokes about his match, and that is Phoenix, because he is finally going to get his hands one-on-one on Nolan Phillips.
Hell yeah. Somebody needs to. Good God, somebody needs to.
I'm going to go ahead and say that the guy is not much of a Nolan Phillips fan.
Nah, not really. He plays dirty
stop.
all the time.
Let's stop and think about this for a second. How many times have we seen Nolan Phillips come anywhere near a ring that Phoenix is in, and Phoenix not just go just crazy trying to get to Nolan Phillips? And now they're in a match one-on-one.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm a little intoxicated around that point, so.
He said a little.
I did say just a little bit. Look, I'm not Rick intoxicated, okay? Nolan said Phoenix didn't read the contract through well enough, because if he had, he might not have signed it. So what does that mean? What does that mean?
Okay, hold on now. Nolan said Phoenix didn't read the contract through well enough, because if he had, he might not have signed it. See, this is why I need to seek it. Like I need to find a way to cause the contracts to come through here, so we can get some of this information. What Nolan Phillips, as much as you don't like the guy, he knows what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
He is just an absolute genius when it comes to the ring. So I'm not sure this bodes well for Phoenix.
Right.
So when Nolan was Squared Circle Pro champion, Phoenix beat him down so bad the referee DQ'd him. Wow.
He's getting another opportunity.
That one's going to be, that's going to be a fight.
Oh, Phoenix was disqualified.
Yeah,
Right.
Phoenix was DQ'd.
Right. Pronouns.
Pronouns. See, I almost let it go. I was just going to breeze through it. I was going to, but you said the referee DQ'd him. I'm going off of you, bro. Pronouns, Mikey. Pronouns.
Nolan has connections.
Nolan absolutely does have connections. He knows people. And here's the thing about Nolan. love him or hate him, everybody he associates with himself with touches gold at some point. Like he is in a circle of champions.
I mean, we
So
have
the
seen
con-
that though.
Not only does he have connections, he's got championship connections. So it's going to be. This could bode well, or this could bode well for him, bad for Phoenix. I'm not sure how that one's going to turn out. Man, I did not know that Nolan had said that, so I'm interested to see where we go here. We're going to have a grudge match between Clan Camacho. We're talking Onyx Camacho, Zarek Camacho, and Angel Camacho up against the Carnales World Order. That, of course, being Emilio, Tio JC Bravo, and somebody, question mark. Who's it going to be?
So, if am I correct? In the last show, they reconciled, right? Emilio and what's his name?
Tio?
Tio. I knew it started with a T.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. That's Rick asking who's the third man. That's what I'm wanting to know. Like I'm racking my brain to first off, you got to be a special kind of crazy to agree to tag with Emilio and Tio JC Bravo because they are absolute crazy in the ring. The athleticism, the agility, the sometimes the dirty play. But they're just explosive in the ring. So I'm racking my brain trying to figure out who the third man could be. You got any guesses there, Guy?
I'm thinking. I don't know of any other short Mexicans that are there.
This guy said short Mexican. The thoughts and comments of the guy do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and comments of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast.
That's true. That's true. It is Monday. I'm having a great time.
This is allegedly the first in a long line of additions to the Carnales World Order, according to Emilio Guzman. Joel's saying, "Throw me in. I'll be the third." No, you know what? Go get him, Joel.
Right? Yes. Go at it. I gotta see that. But
it sounds like based on what Emilio's saying that the Carnales World Order is going to be growing its numbers in the near future.
The only person I can think of, well, like I don't know, he's not a bad guy, but we haven't seen him in a while, or at least I haven't, and that would be Tino Valentino. Ooh. But again, I haven't seen him in a very long time.
That reminds me, don't ever do that again.
I'm not as good as he is.
I haven't seen Tino in a while. That's very true. I haven't seen Tino in a minute, so it's always a possibility.
But I mean, he's the only person I can think of at this moment, like on the spot. So
that's one I hadn't thought about. Mikey laughing and Rick saying that Tino's an interesting guess.
Daddy Boss, family show, please. Hey, I keep my shirt on, okay? And you can't see my behind. Tino has morals.
Tino has morals. That's a good point also.
That right. And that's why I was saying, like,
guys on, but that's absolutely correct from J Red. Don't know what you're on right now, but you need to share and pass. And, you know, if you didn't bring enough, to share with the whole class.
I just refilled. can't pass through the internet. That's all I'm saying.
This guy.
Oh, yeah. It's me.
It will be interesting to see, you know, regardless of who it is. Rick says, darn, I subscribe specifically to see a guy without a shirt on.
Nobody wants to see that. Even my wife doesn't want to see that, so we turn the lights off.
All right, then. Regardless of who this third person is with the Carnales World Order, they're going to have their hands full because the Camachos ain't no joke. Like Angel Camacho, Onyx Camacho, I've gotten to see both of them. I have not had the opportunity to see Zarek Camacho live, but I can only imagine because they travel together, they wrestle together. you're going to get the same level of just fight out of Zarek that you would out of Onyx and Angel. So regardless of who that third person is, they have got a fight on their hands when it comes to Clan Camacho.
I agree.
So, Angel can eat Tio for lunch. Hell, that's a snack.
Wow.
Tio's a little guy. Well,
Have some eye leakage. Allergies,
you
man.
shouldn't do that.
Allergies
They've
are
been
killing
crazy.
me. Jesus.
Well, we go from that to a number one contender tag team turmoil match. Now, listen to this, okay? The Canadian Pitbulls, that of course being Eric Angel and Elias Castaneda. I can't even read my own writing. Elias Castaneda versus Certified Wildcard versus Island Rage versus Naturally Wild, that being Kal-El Santana and Atticus Wild. So we've got 4 teams, and I'm going to ask Rick this. I'm going to continue to talk about it, but I'm going to ask Rick to let us know in the chat. How is this going to work? Like, is it one person from each team? Are we going to throw, 8 people in the ring and have at it, or how does this particular match work?
Throw them all in there.
The Canadian Pitbulls, of course, always a great team. Like they're so damn entertaining. I can't even. I mean, not only are they entertaining to the crowd, but they are absolute beasts in the ring. Like they are good.
They are pit bulls.
That's true, but they're Canadian, so that kind of.
I mean,
Of course, we've got Certified Wild Card, Jeb Bingham, Draven Reeves. Can't help but notice there's been a little bit of miscommunication between those two in the last couple of shows. Before we go any deeper, though, 2 teams are going to start, and when a team is eliminated by pinfall, submission, countout, or DQ, the next team, decided by random draw, will enter, and so on. Okay, so we start with 2. One gets eliminated, the next one comes in, and so forth and so on. So it's just a luck of the draw about who you get to be up against.
Oh, hopefully the last draw,
Yeah, I mean, that would be the hope. Island Rage, always a factor when they're in the ring. Baby Samoa, Brian Rage Rivera. Naturally Wild, I've seen Kal-El Santana wrestle. I've seen Atticus Wild wrestle. Both of them great on their own. It'll be interesting to see if their styles complement each other as a team, though.
I wouldn't say Atticus is great on his own. I think he really needs TJ around, well, at least in the BCW scene.
I can see that. I see where you get that.
Yeah. First teaming of Wild and Santana.
It's going to be an awesome match, no question about that. Atticus really thrives as a tag competitor. Joel, I agree with you on that. He does thrive as a tag competitor, and it's gonna. Every time I've seen him in a tag team match, it's been with TJ Slater. So I'm really excited to see how the dynamic works with a different partner. So looking forward to this one. We also have Angela Armstrong versus Morgan Mercy. That's going to be a good one. Angela Armstrong, formerly Angel Blue.
That sounds so familiar. She was at the Equal Rights and Lifts?
She was.
Yes. I don't remember much of that. I'm sure you know why. A little bit, yeah.
That in and of itself is going to be a good match. Angela Armstrong, always a great competitor. Morgan Mercy is
dedicating the match.
Dedicating the match to Evelyn Carter. That's okay.
Excellent.
I like that. I really do. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Found out from Rick, we're actually opening the show with this next match. It's a no ropes. The ropes aren't going to be on the ring. So no ropes, bare knuckle match. Ryan Justice versus Bam Bam Malone with Paula Fate. Paula Fate, not the most popular person right now as of the last show when she turned on Ryan.
So what you're saying is that there are no ropes to protect her from Ryan.
That's a very fair point. But there is a Bam Bam Malone to protect her from Ryan.
Eh.
There
Whatever
is
you say.
absolutely zero love lost between these two guys. Ryan Justice, Bam Bam Malone. I've seen almost matches between them before. Like they were supposed to have a match, and then something happens, and the match didn't happen. But the few times that I've seen them in the ring together, it has been chaos.
No ropes to stop a
Rick
submission
saying
break
no
attempt.
ropes. Yeah, no ropes takes away your ability to break a submission hold,
Yes.
which is going to be interesting to see. Is that the direction they'll go? Are they going to, try to do the submissions or protect someone from falling to the concrete? If you're in the first couple of rows during this match, I would pay very, very close attention to what's going on.
I'm
Because
glad
you
we
may
have
end up
corner
with
seat.
somebody in your lap.
Yes. Yeah, well, that happens a lot anyway. It doesn't matter if you're in the front row or the back row. Like, somebody's coming at you.
Oh, yeah. We have a women's triple threat match, Nova Phoenix versus Emmy Camacho versus Nikki Chase. Nikki Chase, of course, longtime friend of the show. Nova Phoenix has definitely been on a hot streak as of late. And I have yet to see Emmy Camacho wrestle live, but I have definitely seen footage, and she ain't no joke. She carries that Camacho name proudly, and they are a family of fighters. So
Right. Now, was it Phoenix or Skylar that got crowned?
I believe that was Skyler.
Was it Skylar? I can't remember. I was just curious. But yes, I am looking forward to that match. Definitely. I want to see everybody's what do you call it?
The family show, bro.
Wrestling styles. Come on now. What the? Skylar Slice won the crown in the battle royale. Yeah. Okay. For whatever reason, I thought it was Phoenix. I think Phoenix helped Skylar get it at that show.
I want to say. See, now he's seeing things. So you didn't want one.
There's a damn fly. It won't leave me the. It won't leave me the hell alone.
No, it's interesting that you bring that up because there are three very different, very distinct wrestling styles at play here. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out.
Right.
We have Damo McCullough putting the belt on the line against the ring bully Stevan Remsen. I think I'm Damo has been on one. There's no question about that. But Stevan Remsen, the ring bully. I've said it once, I'll say it again. His whole goal and intent is to come to the ring, take Damo's lunch money, and leave.
Damo ain't got no lunch money. He has his own cattle. he brought a steak for lunch.
It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Damo is definitely hold on a second. Rick says, I do believe that come Friday, I'll have additional news about this triple. I'm waiting to hear from Medusa. Oh, so we may have some more information. Okay.
Excellent.
Well, Rick, of course, is going to be our guest on Friday. So if he does have that news, he can break it. Mikey saying saw Damo's promo today. He's ready. I don't think I've ever seen Damo in an instance where he wasn't ready for a fight.
Yeah.
I mean, he comes in ready to do business, but it's a whole different breed he's stepping in with when you step through the rings with the ring bully Stevan Remsen. So normally I would say, oh, we're going to back this person or that person. I don't know who's going to win this one. Like I can't. Damo's got a lariat that can just absolutely take your head off, but Stevan Remsen, you've got to get Stevan Remsen in a position to do that, and there ain't a whole lot of people I know that can do that.
And Stevan's been working hard, man. Like he's been in the gym every damn day, looking great.
I'm just saying, we had him on the show not long ago, and in doing my homework for the show, I found a comparison picture from 2022 and 2024, and that's two different people.
Right.
Like, he has put in the work. He is all about being the powerhouse that he is and making himself better every day, and it definitely shows. So this is going to be a great match. We had a match announced just recently. It's going to be La Migra being El Gringo Loco, Veronica Vega, El Diablo Blanco, and Keith Watson versus Lilith Blood, Killian Crow, the They Them Mayhem, K-Daver, and Alluvio. This is going to be absolute carnage. Like, I don't know who is reffing this one. I don't know how they got this one sanctioned, but this is going to be absolute carnage.
Yeah, and I hope that that
Charlie and Gringo and all them and Chris Watson.
hope they all lose.
Chris Watson.
I hope they throw Chris Watson out the ring onto the cement.
Yeah, rude.
Rude. I mean, somebody did it Saturday. I don't know who that guy was.
I know who could have done that. Here's my thing on this. We all know what the Migra can do. We all know the numbers game they use. We all know that they will beat people down. There's no question about that.
Gringo is threatening to whip Lilith with a belt. Like that.
Yeah, if you've not seen it yet, you need to see the promo from Gringo. It's insanity. And he does. He says he wants to take out anybody that's with her, so it's just down to the two of them. And he wants to use a belt and whip her like the dog she is. His words, not mine.
Wow. It's messed up,
So,
man.
like, I mean, it's personal, man. Like, it's been personal for many a year between Gringo and Lilith. So when I say that this one's going to be carnage, it's going to be just that. And then, of course, the match that was set up at our last show and the one that everybody's waiting for. Steel cage match. On one side of the ring, you've got Marquise Jackson, Nate Collins, and TJ Slater. On the other side of the ring, you've got the living proof, Justin Taylor, Nobi Bryant, and Brick Savage, the world eater or world breaker, excuse me.
World Eater.
Yeah, the eater of worlds was Bray Wyatt. My bad.
Yeah. I was thinking Doctor Strange, Dormammu.
Really? You went Dormammu with this? What?
No, that sounds like a fantastic match. Watching Brick Savage and Justin go at it at the last show was just awesome. I think it was the BCW show, in fact, and they were just two worlds colliding. Like neither one could really do much to the other for a little while. Got to wear Brick down. So
Now think about that for a minute, and think about how all over the place they were.
mhm.
Take all of that and contain it in a cage.
Oh yeah, yep. Galactus.
Galactus. He's not wrong. It was Galactus.
Yeah.
I stole that. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
freaking Marvel.
All in all, this show is going to be one of the ones you cannot miss this year. So if you're anywhere in the Lubbock area, you need to show up at Jake's 4:30. You show up, you get to meet WWE legends, Demolition Axe, and the Warlord. Is it 5:30 and 6? Doors at 5:30, and we start up at 6.
11 matches,
Yeah,
2 legends, $50.
Yep. 11 matches, 2 legends, meet, greet, get things signed, $50 altogether. And if you don't make the meet and greet, first off, shame on you. You shouldn't miss that. But if you don't make the meet and greet, 5:30, doors open, 6 o'clock, we get our first bell, $10 at the door.
In
$10 for 11 matches of insanity. So if you're anywhere in the Lubbock area, you need to get that. If you're not, if you're like my boy J-Reb and you're out there trying to make things good in California, then you can head over to heckyeahradio.com. You can watch the show live there as well. And it's going to be good stuff. I will tell you, we have a week for you. We will be doing a show every night this week. Next week or next show tomorrow, I believe we have Phoenix?
Don't even with the question mark at the end. That better be a yeah. We have Phoenix because we've been trying to get him on the show since we started. Like, and at BCW, I believe he did the pre-show with you.
He was on our pre-show. That's correct.
And you posted it to Facebook, and he said anytime, and we want him tomorrow. So
well, we've got Phoenix, we've got Bobby Munoz, we've got Lilith Blood, and of course we've got Rick Elzy all lined up this week. You're not going to want to miss any of the episodes, so make sure you tune in 8 p.m. every night this week. I believe that's going to do it for us tonight. I appreciate everybody that's been in the chat, everybody that's watching, everybody that supports us. We can't tell you how much that means to us. Of course, you get the opportunity, go to the socials, click the likes, the subscribes, the bells, the whistles, click all the things. Go to the socials, click all the things.
Especially notyouraveragemark.com.
Yes, notyouraveragemark.com. Awesome place. If you haven't been there, go check it out.
All the merch is there. It's all in there.
That will do it for us tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. with Phoenix. And
I'll be in the background, Rick. As I always am. This is a spur of the moment thing. We didn't have anybody for tonight, so we thought we'd come on and talk.
I feel like this is actually a request.
I know it is, but I'll be absent. I start the week out. I don't finish the week out on Friday. I'm gone. No, I need to join. Okay. We'll see what happens by Friday. We'll see.
Yeah. See, you're gonna have to be on Friday.
Boo.
So everybody that's watching, get all your friends. Make sure you go to the socials and type in the comments. We want the guy.
Yeah, and on Friday, I want to see more than who we have here right now. I want to see 50 of your friends. You got 50 friends to come on Twitch to see me live on Friday.
We will be here for it. It's going to be good stuff. I am excited about this week. Until then, though, we're going to go ahead and shut her down. He is the guy. I am Guapo. We're not your average marks. We will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.